So Michael, I just want to mention I did receive the question you sent by email, and I instructed my team to send that on the support team because you, the level and the depth of your question is essentially it's not going to be best for me to try and answer that here. Our support team will really be able to guide you in terms of what you need to do for how to set up your products in the way that you're looking for. But I will say, I did notice that one of the ways that you're looking to do it is not going to work. For example, you suggested that you wanted to, hold on, so let me pull it up. Yeah, so you suggested that you wanted to have people have a 15-day free trial and then be billed $4,800 or $897, and then 30 days after that be billed $397. So in MemberMouse and products, you only have two potential ways when you're setting up a product to assign a price. So you can have a free trial or a paid trial, and then you can go into a recurring subscription for a particular price. You can't do a free trial and then something for a particular price for a period of time and then change the price after like 1 or 2 months. That level of flexibility is not something you can do with the products. So you would need to adjust. You could remove the 15-day free trial on your on that second product, just charge them $897. Like, just say it's free for 15 days and then charge them $897 at some point, and then 30 days later go into the $397 or whatever. But this is why I suggested just, it's better to do, because it's you're very clear about what you need and you have it all outlined, and so it really needs to be addressed specifically, and the support team can provide you specific guidance on how to do this. And so that's why I suggest like just going through them to do it. And I'm just reviewing your second question here to see if this is something that I can answer here. I need a way for my subscribers to log in, so I've copied the MemberMouse login form. So I can log in a member. However, because of MemberMouse's shortcodes, I'm having difficulty styling it so it looks consistent with the rest of my site. Must I use the login HTML that's provided, or can I use another set of HTML that logs the user in? In other words, does form do something special that other WordPress forms doesn't? No, you can use any login form, because yeah, it's simply logging you into WordPress. So any plugin for WordPress that you want to use for logging people in, you can totally do. You don't have to use our forms. So April, if you don't mind, and Brian, so put your questions in the queue, like use the Q&A button rather than put it in chat. That'll just help me keep things organized. It allows me to check them off once I've answered them. So if you can just copy and paste those into the Q&A area, that'd be great. Okay, so I kind of just dove in right there, but so I'll just restart. So welcome everyone, thanks for joining. The way this works is there's a Q&A button at the bottom. Go ahead and submit your questions there, and I'll get them answered if I can. And yeah, you're welcome, Michael. And if you have something that's more of like a conversation than a specific question, I'm happy to unmute your mic and have a chat with you. But other than that, I'll just dive right into these questions, and we'll see what happens. All right, so this question is from April. I'm looking to build my landing pages and funnels on my WordPress site and then direct them to a membership site like yours from there. I have questions about the checkout page for MemberMouse. I am unclear if each product has its own checkout page in MemberMouse. I found MemberMouse by opting into another membership that uses yours. I'm not totally techie, but working with a WP person, we are using Brizzy Builder. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I think that your primary question well, at least one of your questions seems to be about the checkout pages in MemberMouse. So there's one checkout page. So let me share my screen here. Okay, so if we go, so right now, by the way, I'm on demo.membermouse.com. This is a site that you can go to. The login credentials for the admin area are there. So you can log in and check out how MemberMouse actually works. So if we go to pages and we filter the pages by MemberMouse core pages only, we'll see in the core page type column, there's a checkout page. So this one checkout page services all of the products. So we'll notice that, so we click into here, there's a bunch of HTML and stuff on this page. This comes from a default MemberMouse template. So out of the box, this is what it would look like. And it would have all these smart tags in it, which allow it to have dynamic aspects. So you'll see here, there's a field, form field, type input, and the name of the field is first name. So this is the field that collects the first name of the person on the checkout form. Now but again, I'm just showing you this in brief. You don't need to necessarily understand this because MemberMouse delivers a template with all this stuff in it. So you don't have to create this from scratch. It's already done literally when you activate MemberMouse, this page is created. So if we go to our product settings, and each product has a purchase link, and this purchase link is the link that you use to allow people to purchase the product. Now you'll notice here, focus your attention here, this link is demo.membermouse.com/checkout, and then $RID equals, and then some string of numbers. So that's one product. Okay, and then when we go to the next product, we'll see that the checkout link for this is the same exact link, except the RID is different, right? And if we go to the third product, same exact link, except the RID is different. So essentially, what I'm showing you here is that the same exact checkout page is used for all the products, but the MemberMouse checkout form is smart enough to look at the URL, grab this unique RID, and based on that, it knows what product is being purchased, and it knows, okay, what's the price of that product? Is this product require shipping? If so, show the shipping form. If not, don't show the shipping form, the shipping address form. So that the checkout page, the default checkout page that comes with MemberMouse is very self-intelligent. All that needs to happen is you pass a particular reference ID for a product to it, and it will populate the checkout form as necessary for that particular product. Now, that's the default. You can create individual checkout pages for specific products. This isn't something that most people do. Normally the scenarios in which this would happen is if you wanted to very specifically have a long form sales copy page, and you wanted to embed maybe the checkout form on that page itself. You could put a specific checkout form on that page and allow people to check out right from there. But by far and away, and we run MemberMouse on membermouse.com. We only have one checkout page for all the different products that we offer. So, but far and away, most people only have one checkout page. There's only very specific scenarios in which you would have more than one. So you can have any landing pages or funnels you want, and then just direct them to that page. You would use the purchase link that you get from here, and then you would send that would send them to the checkout page and populate it appropriately. I think that answers your question, but let me know if there's something else. Okay, so this next question is from Brian. Is there any opportunities for long-term trial subscriptions for startups in exchange for detailed feedback? We do have a startup plan. So that's my best answer to you. The startup plan is designed for people getting startup. It's an annual subscription of 108, which if you do the math, is a deep discount on the $20 a month that the normal thing is. So that's an option we do have available for startups, and we can put the link in the chat so you know how to get that. Yeah, we're always open to feedback. But yeah, at this point, we don't need to make it. We have plenty of feedback, so it's not necessarily currency to us to say, oh yeah, great, it would be great to get feedback. We've been around for 10 years, so we still very much value feedback, but it's not something that we would use as currency for an exchange. But yeah, that startup plan is definitely something we offer to people who are in your situation, to help you get started and all that. So April's follow-up question is, so can I add upsells, order bumps, and downsales? I've been using Clickfunnels for 2 years, so I'm trying to wrap my head around integration. Okay, so MemberMouse does have the capability to do upsell funnels. Now, order bumps, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but upsells and downsells you can definitely do. For example, when you purchase a product, so let's say that we're selling this basic membership right here. And let's say that when somebody purchases a basic membership, we want to present them with an offer for the premium membership. And let's assume that this is a discounted premium membership, because you wouldn't just offer them as an upsell the same premium membership they could get at any point. But right now it doesn't say that. But so we're going to buy this product and then we're going to upsell to this product. Okay, so the way that we do that is we say, okay, so we basically need to create an upsell page. So what I'll do is first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this purchase link for the premium membership, because we're going to need that. And I'll go ahead and I'll add a new page. And this will be called upsell page test. And then in the body, I'll just say, thanks for your purchase. Maybe you'd be interested in the premium plan. If so, and then I insert the purchase link. If so, click here. And of course, this is just bare bones. Obviously on the upsell page, you would do your pitches, you would do whatever content you want, but I'm just showing you functionally, this is all that needs to be there for this to work. It's this simple purchase link. And then what I do, so I'll publish this. And then what I do is I go to MemberMouse options, and then in core page settings, I specify that this is a confirmation page. And it's a confirmation page for a paid product. And the product it is a confirmation for is let's do basic membership discounted. It looks like the one that I was looking at already has a confirmation page associated with it. So I'll use this one. And that's why it's not showing up in the list, because it's already associated with a confirmation page. So basically, when you purchase a basic membership discounted product, it's going to take you to this page, at which point there can be an upsell, or that is the upsell. Okay, so now that I've done that, if we go back to our product settings and I copy the purchase link, oh, not that one. I copy the purchase link for the basic membership discounted product. I open up an incognito window and I purchase this. So now it's taking us to the upsell page that we just created. Okay, so that's the first part, right? So now this is the upsell chain. And you can imagine if I purchase this product, that can take you to another upsell page. So you have this ability to create chains. But what I want to show you right now is if I go back to MemberMouse and we look at the account itself that was created. So we can see this new account was created on the basic membership discounted. And we'll take a look at the subscription and we see this one is billed $19 every month. Okay, so now if I go back here and I specify that I want to purchase this, first of all, you'll notice that MemberMouse is automatically prorating the price. So normally the premium membership is $100, but you'll see it's only showing I'm going to be billed $81 because I just paid $19 and I'm canceling the $19 thing that I did. And now I'm saying I want to switch to premium. So MemberMouse recognizes that and it prorates it. Okay, so now, now if I come back to the subscriptions tab for the member account, you'll see that now I'm on the premium membership. And if I go to the transactions tab, you'll see that I was billed $81. And we can hover over this to see that there was a discount applied for proration of $19. So this is how you can do upsells. And of course, you don't have to do upsells for changing the membership level. You can sell them additional products that are completely like one-time purchase products, completely separate from a subscription, whatever. But you do have the ability to create these upsell chains for sure. So April's asking, what's the difference between the static and purchase links? So go back to product settings. So there's smarttag purchase links and there's static links. So basically anytime you're doing, like, you'll notice that in this link, MemberMouse has this whole smarttag system. Anytime you see like an open brace like this with _, that's a MemberMouse smarttag, and it's essentially a way that you can introduce dynamic content into the site. So anytime you are using the link within the WordPress page context, you would want to use the purchase link smarttag, because MemberMouse will automatically interpret that link to be rendered correctly on the page based on who's looking at it. So this static link is more if you want to include the link in, say, like a Facebook ad, like something off of your site, like for example, a Clickfunnels campaign. You would use a static link because, you know, Clickfunnels is not going to understand MemberMouse smart tags. Smart tags have to be used in the context of WordPress itself where MemberMouse is installed, so MemberMouse can interpret them. Static links you would use anywhere else on the internet. Anywhere you want to be able to use the purchase link and point somebody to your product from any other source that's not on your site itself. But the reason you would want to use the purchase link smart tag anywhere on the site is because not only is it going to render the link, but it also powers the cart on file, the one-click buy technology. So just by inserting this one link with the smart tag, MemberMouse will detect if the person looking at it has a cart on file with the system. And if they do, as you just saw in that example of the upsell, it allowed me to purchase it with one click. I didn't have to enter my card information again. So the fact that I used a smart tag is how that was able to happen, because if I didn't have a card on file, it would just have rendered on the page the link to go directly to the checkout page. But since it knew I had a card on file, it rendered a JavaScript function which when clicked, showed up the pop-up to confirm that I wanted to bill a certain amount. So that's why you would use the context in which you'd use this link and why you'd use it. Okay, so this next question is from June. Let me just check the chat real quick, make sure there's nothing. So Michael is asking if the previous one was canceled, then why is the premium still $100? Proration will only be applied to the first charge. So just because it's not going to discount every single billing of the subscription, right? I just paid $19 and now I want to upgrade to the $100 month plan. So for the first charge, it's going to prorate so that I'm only charged $81, but the subscription it starts, it's not next time I'm billed, it will charge me $100 because that's the price. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so June, can you talk about the use and purpose of the core pages? And specifically, do I need to create a separate checkout page and confirmation page for each product? I kind of just answered this in regards to checkout pages anyway. So when MemberMouse is installed by default, there's all these core pages installed. There's a checkout page, a default confirmation page. You don't have to ever create another specific confirmation page or checkout page, as I mentioned earlier. Now, confirmation pages is more common for people to create custom confirmation pages for products because that's basically the upsell process. You know, showing a specific, and also it could be a content delivery mechanism. Like you may want to specifically, after they buy a particular product, you may want to give them specific instructions based on what they just purchased on how to access their content. So more frequently, people are creating custom confirmation pages for each product. Well, maybe not each product, but for a collection of products. But you don't have to. Out of the box, when you install MemberMouse, you'll have a default confirmation page that will show, will be relevant for any purchase. It'll basically just say, hey, thank you for your purchase, and give you the information about the order and what was purchased. But the purpose of core pages is that there's common functionality that is required across all membership sites. So if we go and look at all the core pages that are in here, filter by core pages. So all of these pages are needed on a membership site, like a page where somebody can reset their password, a page where somebody can log in, log out, a member homepage, a my account page where people can update their account information. So if we didn't have core pages, essentially, after you'd installed MemberMouse, you would be going through what you need to create for your site, and you would know you need all these pages, and then you'd have to create them yourself. So basically, because everybody has to do that, we create them for you. But they're all completely customizable. And all the functional elements are taken care of for you. Like on the My Account page, there's a bunch of functional aspects to that page. Like, for example, if we go to the demo site and we make a purchase, and then once we're logged in and we go to the My Account page, you'll see on this page, it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's displaying information about the account, billing address, shipping address. It's displaying active subscriptions, but functionally also you can update billing details. You can cancel the subscription. You can update your shipping address and billing address. You can update your account details. So all of this is provided for you out of the box with MemberMouse. You know, imagine you had to create this yourself, and that's essentially what core pages are doing. Core pages, each core page was created because there was recognized a scenario in which everybody's going to need to do this. So we'll just make sure everybody has it from day one of installation, so they don't have to do it themselves. Yeah, you got it, April. That's exactly right. Okay, so this next question is from Colin. When and how would you use the content link smart tag? It's not completely clear from the article. Okay, content link. Let me look at the documentation. Refresh my memory. Content link smart tag. I am the one who built this, by the way, and I'm struggling to remember the scenario. But I know there is one. I know there is one. There's a reason why I built this. It's definitely a more like kind of edge case scenario. But basically what it does is it allows you to output well, first of all, just on the surface, what it does is it's allowing you to output the title of a post in your content and the link to that post. Okay, so the basic benefit of that is if you use this content link title and content data smart tag, it will render the name of the post correctly, even if you change it in the WordPress backend, right? Like, so if you were creating a link and you typed in the name of the post, but then you changed the name of the post in WordPress itself, it wouldn't reflect on the page. But if you use this content data smart tag like this, it will dynamically allow you to output information about the content post and keep in sync with WordPress itself. You'll see here there's also an auto login true attribute. So this could be beneficial if you want to send an email from MemberMouse, like in a push notification or something like that. You could use this content link with an auto login so that when people get in their email and they click on it, it automatically logs them in to access that content, as opposed to if they're not logged in, taking them to a login page. So that can be a helpful scenario. But I know that there is another main scenario why I did this, and I'm forgetting now. I think it had something to do with the content protection widget, which I can't access on the demo site because we have it locked down. Or maybe the drip content widget. There's a drip content widget in the appearance menu. Anyway, sorry, I can't remember. But it's like one of those things that there was a very specific use case, and it doesn't come up super frequently, so that's why it's kind of stale for me. But anyway, this next question is from Patricia. Is there a way to set up a payment over 3 months using MemberMouse? For instance, I have an annual membership for $397 that I want to allow customers to pay for over 3 months. So a separate payment of $132.33 the first time, 30 days later, the next payment, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, there is a way to set this up. So basically, the price you're charging is $132.33. We call these, in our system and in our vernacular, we call these payment plans. So basically, if you go to product settings and you create your product, Patricia's product, and then you would associate any access with this as associated with a membership or a bundle. It doesn't matter for this example. The price is $132.33, right? And it's a subscription, and it rebills every month or 30 days. You said 30 days, so I'll just do that. And here you have a payment plan option, so we can limit it to 3 payments. So go ahead and save that. And then if I'll just assign this to a membership, just so I'll put it on the basic membership. So when people buy this product, they'll get the basic membership, is basically what that means. I'll copy the static link, go over to incognito, sign up. And then if I go to the manage members screen and go to transactions, I'll see this person was charged $132.33 and that there's a subscription, and the billing description is 3 payments of $132.33. And the next bill date is 30 days from now, June 28th. So it's really straightforward to do that. April's asking, do we have landing pages or opt-in pages for MemberMouse? No, we don't do that. So essentially, we recognize that there are tons of, that's more of a theme domain for us. Like MemberMouse is mostly, you think of MemberMouse as an engine. It powers things for the membership site. As far as look and feel, what's presented to the customer, what your site looks like, what the colors are, how things are laid out, what your copy is, that type of stuff, that's not our business. That's something that more falls into the camp of themes or other plugins. All right. So I think that's all the questions. So before we jump off here, does anybody? So what does the client see on the member side? Well, so again, I recommend, if you haven't gone through the demo site, I highly recommend going through the demo site. This will help you understand a lot of the answers to these questions, like how it works. Because not only is the demo site here, but
welcome to the MemberMouse.
Throughout the demo site, I have these videos and I explain things about how it works. Like, when you go to make a purchase, I explain in a video, like the whole concept of upsell pages, how that works. And when you go to the dashboard, I explain how you can use smart tags to dynamically show content and change that content based on if somebody has made a purchase or not. But I go through all of this in the main video. I kind of give you a broad brushstroke and guide you on where you can learn about things and where the videos are, and then you can go through and watch those individuals. So that individual videos so you can understand. So that's really the answer to the question. I suggest doing that. But essentially, how it looks is, again, it's completely dependent upon the theme, right? So right now we're logged out. We're not logged in as a member. And if I make a purchase, once I've made a purchase, I'm now in the members area, right? But the members area is still just a page in WordPress and it's part of a theme. Now, usually what people do is they change how you change the navigation when you're logged in, so it's clear that you're now in a different look and feel, but this is all dependent upon the theme. MemberMouse doesn't have anything to do with this. On this site, this is particularly how it's been done. But everybody's site looks different. I mean, if you go to membermouse.com and go to our customer showcase, you browse some of these different site examples, you'll see how, pretty much everybody's different because you can do exactly anything that you want to do in terms of look and feel. MemberMouse is not a part of that equation. Our whole focus is being flexible and providing the functionality so that they can power all this stuff that has to do with membership, but we don't have any restrictions or limitations on how things are set up. Now, that's obviously a positive thing. And for somebody who's maybe not technical, that's not such a positive thing because you just want it done for you. But, there's also, if you're interested in that, we have a partnership with a company who's been working with customers of ours for years, and they have a done for you option. And so you can, like, if you just want to get started and have somebody set all this stuff up for you. In fact, this company is the one that built this theme for our demo site. So if you're just looking for somebody to kind of do all this for you, that exists. So, you know, we can share that link with you in the chat if you're interested in that. Oh, was I not sharing my screen that whole time? Shoot. Sorry. Well, it's a little late now, but basically I was just, the things that I was showing you was, you know, go to the demo site, you know, click on this button to watch the main video. And then that video will show you different parts of the site where you can access other videos that'll help you understand what's going on. And then also, if you go, I went to membermouse.com and I went to our customer showcase, and you can see different ways that customers have done here. And then I mentioned the done for you option, and Cindy can put the link to that in the chat. And that's it. Yes, MemberMouse has a trial, 15-day trial. So you can check it out. Yeah, you're welcome, April. You're welcome, Michael. Thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate it. And Michael, yeah, your question has already been passed along the support team, so they'll get back to you on that. And anything else you need? And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.